In Tesla's most recent A Sustainable Abundance presentation, viewers with sharp eyes noticed something they were not supposed to see, or at least something Tesla did not call direct attention to. Tucked away inside Tesla's design studio, hidden in plain sight behind a clay model of the Cybercab, were several camouflaged prototypes of what looked unmistakably like a cyber SUV. For years, Tesla fans have speculated that the company might one day expand the Cybertruck design language into a full lineup of vehicles, an entire cyber family. The sight of those vehicles reignited this speculation, sending forums and social media into a frenzy. Was Elon Musk quietly teasing a cyber SUV without saying a word? Nobody knows for certain. But one thing has become increasingly undeniable. Tesla is playing a game much larger than the one most analysts and competitors imagined. And while the world continues to argue over whether those SUV-shaped shadows confirm a cyber lineup, Musk has already moved the conversation in a different and much more dramatic direction. Because almost casually, in the middle of these rumors, Tesla unveiled the true bombshell. The Tesla Model 2, slated for 2026, with a shockingly low entry price of just $10,797. Industry watchers are calling it the most important Tesla announcement since the launch of the original Model 3. Musk himself described it as the car that will accelerate mass adoption of EV at a scale previously thought impossible. To understand why, one must dive into the underlying technologies that Tesla is finally bringing from theory into reality. At the heart of the Model 2's disruptive potential is a battery technology that seems less like incremental progress and more like science fiction made real. Tesla calls it quantum layering technology, and it combines two cutting-edge advances: graphene-infused cathodes and solid-state electrolytes. The result is an energy-dense, incredibly stable cell architecture that catapults Tesla ahead of its rivals. For context, the average lithium-ion cell in 2024 delivered an energy density of around 320 watt-hours per kilogram. Tesla's new cells leap to a staggering 450 watt-hours per kilogram, a 40% increase in energy density, achieved not in lab experiments but in cells already rolling off pre-production lines at Gigafactory Nevada. The implications are transformative. Range anxiety, which has long been the single largest psychological barrier preventing drivers from switching to electric cars, is essentially erased. A pack built from these cells retains 97% of its capacity, even after 5,000 full charge cycles. To put this in perspective, that equates to 37 years of typical driving without any meaningful degradation. Imagine buying a car today and handing it to your grandchildren decades later with nearly the same driving range it had on day one. For the millions of seniors across America who worry about long-term reliability, this is more than convenience. It is peace of mind on four wheels. The statistics confirm why this matters. A 2025 survey by the American Automobile Association showed that 55% of US drivers feared running out of charge on long trips, and 56% cited the lack of charging stations as the main obstacle preventing them from adopting LED. Tesla's new chemistry directly addresses those concerns. Real-world tests, not idealized lab conditions, demonstrate consistent ranges of 350 miles in mixed driving. City traffic, highways, air conditioning, stop-and-go patterns, and even hills. The fact that this range is reproducible in daily American driving conditions, rather than limited to glossy marketing brochures, gives Tesla a credibility advantage. But range alone is only part of the equation. The quantum layering structure also minimizes internal resistance by 50%, reducing heat buildup and lowering fire risks to levels that independent UL-certified safety labs describe as a near zero. For families who have been hesitant about EV due to concerns about battery fires, this level of safety assurance is a breakthrough. And when viewed through a financial lens, the benefits are equally striking. According to AAA's ownership cost calculators, the reduced maintenance, fuel replacement, and depreciation offered by this battery technology drive total ownership costs down by 35% over a 10-year period compared to gas-powered vehicles. For retirees on fixed incomes, that represents thousands of dollars saved. dollars that remain in their pockets rather than flowing to oil companies. Charging. Historically, the Achilles heel of EV undergoes its own revolution. Thanks to compatibility with Tesla's 350 kilowatt ultra-fast supercharger V4 network, an 80% charge can be achieved in just 8 minutes. That is faster than filling a traditional gas tank, far cheaper. On average, the new charging system reduces annual fueling costs by about $800 per driver. For cold climate states, another long-standing weakness of EV is finally resolved. This chemistry retains 90% efficiency even at 20 degrees F, compared to older AV that drop to 70% at the same conditions. Drivers in Michigan, Minnesota, and New York, who have long worried about winter range loss, suddenly find themselves with a car that simply works, regardless of the weather. Tesla also stresses the sustainability angle. The new battery uses 50% recycled materials, lowering environmental impact by 40% without compromising performance. For consumers who want environmental responsibility without sacrificing convenience, this is the long-awaited win-win. And Tesla is backing the cells with a 1,000,000-mile warranty, further reducing replacement costs by around $5,000 over a 10-year period. Imagine being 68 years old, retired, and driving from New York to Florida. You stop twice, each time for only 8 minutes, not because the car needs it urgently, but because you want to stretch your legs. Your car charges off your home's solar panels, which paid for themselves years ago, and your grandchildren laugh at the idea that a grandpa's car will still have the same range when they inherit it. This is no longer speculative science fiction. These cells are being produced today, and Tesla has made it clear that the technology will be affordable within the next 2 years. But Tesla's ambitions with the Model 2 go beyond batteries. Musk's engineers have also rethought vehicle accessibility and safety in ways that are quietly revolutionary. Enter the butterfly doors. Dismissed by critics as gimmicky, these upward-swinging doors turn out to be profoundly practical, especially for seniors and people with mobility challenges. The data proves it. Traditional doors require up to 36 inches of clearance to open comfortably, while butterfly doors need just 8 inches. That difference transforms daily life. In suburban garages cluttered with tools and storage boxes, cars can finally be parked indoors. In crowded shopping malls and tight parallel parking spaces, entering or exiting no longer feels like gymnastics. The doors also offer critical safety advantages. In rollover accidents, they remain operable, while conventional doors can jam. In floods, they lift above 2 feet of water, providing an escape path that conventional doors cannot. First responders report that patient extraction through butterfly doors is up to 45% faster, and testing shows seniors can exit the car 73% more quickly in emergencies. For Americans in flood-prone states like Texas and Florida, this is survival technology, not a luxury feature. For seniors with arthritis, hip replacements, or limited mobility, the benefits multiply. Studies show a 67% reduction in joint strain during entry and exit compared to conventional doors. Wheelchairs, walkers, and canes no longer interfere with awkward door arcs. The doors even double as rain shields, protecting passengers from getting drenched in bad weather. Small conveniences, perhaps, but for millions of older Americans, they represent dignity, independence, and safety. Tesla acknowledges that the doors are slightly more expensive to maintain, with annual upkeep averaging about $200 compared to $175 for standard doors. Yet the reinforced composite materials can withstand 2,000 pounds of impact force, and the mechanisms are covered by a 10-year warranty, ensuring that costs remain predictable and manageable. Now, consider how these seemingly small innovations compound. A battery that lasts for decades. Doors that make entering and exiting a car safer and easier for seniors. And on top of that, Tesla layers in driving enhancements that feel pulled from science fiction. The Model 2 features a full augmented reality heads-up display, projecting navigation, hazards, and speed directly onto the windshield. In testing, this reduces driver distraction by 40%, and for older drivers, accident risks drop by 30%. Biometric digital keys eliminate the need for fumbling with fobs. With a fingerprint scan or facial recognition, the car unlocks, seats adjust, and settings load automatically. Tesla also introduces an AI-powered personal assistant that monitors fatigue, suggests rest stops, and even tracks basic health markers. This is not Alexa in a dashboard. It is a proactive system designed to enhance safety and comfort. For seniors driving long distances, it could prevent accidents caused by exhaustion. Add in adaptive climate control that tailors temperature to each occupant, saving $300 per year in electricity, and the Model 2 begins to look less like a budget car and more like a wellness device on wheels. All this comes at a starting price of $10,595 and a figure that makes competitors like the Nissan Leaf look dated and overpriced. With over-the-air updates promised quarterly, the Model 2's value only grows over time. Tesla projects resale values of 80% after 4 years, unheard of in the automotive industry. Musk has even teased integration with home ecosystems, allowing the car to precondition itself before you step outside, saving time and money every morning. Picture this scenario. You are driving through rural Pennsylvania and a deer bounds across the road. Before you even notice, your Tesla's R system highlights the animal and triggers a warning. You brake in time, avoiding disaster. Later, the dashcam footage goes viral online, and people marvel at the fact that this budget Tesla feels more advanced than cars costing 3 times as much. Taken together, the Model 2 represents a trifecta of breakthroughs: batteries that redefine longevity and safety, doors that transform accessibility, and driver technologies that make cars feel alive and protective. What was once the territory of luxury brands is suddenly available to everyday Americans at a price point barely above $10,000. Elon Musk has made it clear the future of driving does not belong to the wealthy. It belongs to everyone. So now the question turns to you. What excites you most about Tesla's Model 2? Is it the battery that could outlast your mortgage, the butterfly doors that might save your life in a flood or accident, or the AI driving technology that looks out for your health as you age? Whatever your answer, one thing is certain: the future has arrived, and it is more accessible than anyone expected.